The time is now. On that path. Took my heart away from money. I ain't interested in fame. And I pray that never change. Ambition is priceless. It's something that's in your veins. And I put that on my name. Only hope I have.
Oh. Yeah. We in this thing.
We back. Turn that mic down a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, what's up? Word. Welcome to another episode of Talking Sports with TNO. I'm your host, Angry Ted, and to my left is my partner in crime and my co-host.
Aggressive vote, you already know.
And we ready to do what we do. No need for an explanation. Let's get right into it. First and foremost, the NBA playoffs are live in the living color.
Oh, pay your respects, man. Pay your respects.
Ooh, how could I forget?
One thing for sure, two things for certain. You know, Talking Sports with TNO always pay respects. And over the past week or so, we lost a legend, and Muhammad Ali. You know, may God bless his family. And last night we lost another one, man. One of the baddest, you know, backyard brawlers out. One that actually started it. Kimbo Slice, Mr. Ferguson. You know, a lot's been going on in 2016, man. We lost a lot of icons and legends, man. So we want to give a moment of silence, you know, for those that lost their lives in 2016.
Yes, indeed. And with that being said, we're going to go right into this moment of silence. No doubt. You know what I'm saying? And you know, just to touch on that Ali thing a little bit more, you know, Muhammad Ali was not only a pioneer, you know what I'm saying, for boxing, you know what I'm saying, as far as, you know, the guy that goes out, says what he's going to do and then does it. You know what I'm saying, can talk the talk and walk the walk, but he also was a pioneer outside the ring where, you know what I mean, he stood his ground for something, you know what I'm saying, that most people wouldn't even have the balls to do. So God bless Muhammad Ali.
People always say, man,
may he rest in peace.
You know, you stand for something or you're going to fall for anything. And Muhammad Ali was one that stand tall. He stood tall, I'm sorry, for what he believed in, you know, dating back to the days of the drafting days for the war. He put his career on the side, man. He said, listen, I'm not going to fight no war.
Exactly.
So I'm
exactly. I don't have no problem with no Viet Cong, no Vietnam, none of them. You know what I mean? Them people ain't never called him the N-word. So, you know what I mean? That was an iconic
They
moment.
Never did nothing derogatory towards that.
You know, God, like I said, God bless Muhammad Ali, man. One of the greats to ever do it. But without further ado, aggressive vote.
Hey. The NBA playoffs.
The finals are here. Yeah, I mean, the pretenders have gone fishing. Now it's time for the real deal. And unfortunately, Brown finds himself down 2-0 to the Golden State Warriors. What you feel? How you feel?
I'm going to tell you like this. If LeBron James want to be talked about with the greats and his name stamped in the Hall of Fame, he's going to the Hall of Fame. But if he want his name to be broadcast and every time they speak LeBron James, they see greatness, he got to show something.
And I agree 150%. And I think, you know what I'm saying, just by looking at the series, Golden State basically did what they needed to do. They took 2 at home. You know what I mean? You know, they're the NBA champions. They are a great team, contrary to what my personal beliefs about the team and specific, one specific player on that squad. But that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? They're a great team, but, you know, now it's up to LeBron and them to do what they need to do. Take care of their home court. And then the pivotal game in the series, which I think will be Game 5. You know what I'm saying? If LeBron and them can hold serve at home, Game 5 means everything. The winner of that will win the championship.
I agree because, you know, I'm going to still hold on to my beliefs and what I said before the finals got here. Cleveland in 6. People look at me like I'm crazy now because they down 0-2. Anything's possible. As you can see, the Golden State Warriors proved that last series against the OKC Thunder.
And by no stretch of the imagination has Cleveland played perfect ball. They turned the ball over countless amount of times. The game plan seemed to be off whack. I don't understand why they would continue to try to run and gun with Golden State when, you know, Cleveland clearly has a game that's suited. You know, they can run, but they're suited more to their half-court style of basketball. Why not slow it down, and then you can set your defense and make Golden State make extra passes to make the threes. Then now you don't have Iguodala running up and down the court, jogging up and down, making open threes and doing nonsense like that. You know what I'm saying? You got guys out there that have to make shots under pressure situations with the defense set and with guys running at them. It's a totally different ball game.
I agree because you got, Golden State has a team full of shooters. People don't believe that. But when you playing on a team, I can fit in with the Golden State Warriors. Because my motto... No. I'm going to tell you why. Because my motto is...
First of all, you couldn't
hey,
right
man,
now, you can't even fit in that shirt.
But my motto is this. My motto is this, brother. When you playing with a Golden State Warriors team that has the confidence and the swag, so to speak, what these young fellas say nowadays, swag. You know, you get on the court and you want to prove that you belong. You know, and that's what the likes of Iguodalas and the Livingstons and those guys. I believe that Golden State has a team where they're starting five, and then they can get five off the bench that can start for any team in the league.
Well, I agree with you. I agree with you wholeheartedly. But the thing about it is, man, and I go back, you know what I'm saying, and I ain't no expert, you know what I'm saying, but you know what, I could be a fucking expert because this is how I look at it. Again, the game plan when guarding Golden State has to be simple. You got to go back to that street ball mentality when you was in that playground and you man up and you stand up. One-on-one basketball, we're not double teaming. I'm so excited I can't even get my fucking words out.
I'm going to help you out. Double teaming.
You know, I'm tripping over my words like I'm tongue-tied.
You're right, Angry.
You know, but you gotta go back to that up in your chest, man on man, in your face, physical style basketball. As we can see, the officiating in that series, and I gotta get to this, is fucking brutal. These officials, if you're gonna call it one way or you're not. If you're gonna call it physical play, call it. If you're not, then don't.
See, that's where I don't buy that shit. Officiating is officiating. You're home. You're gonna get the favorable calls. Just like tonight. Wednesday night, LeBron and them are going to get favorable calls.
I disagree aggressively, and that's bullshit. But I don't want no favorable call. If I'm good enough to beat the man, in the words of one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, to be the man, you gotta beat the man. And if you're not good enough to beat the man, then officiating can't help you one way or another. I don't want to hear about no hometown favorite calls.
It's not helping.
Throw the ball on the court, line up, man up, stand up, let's play ball. If I'm good enough to beat you, I'm gonna beat you. But one thing I'm not helping
though.
I'm not gonna get out. Cleveland's getting out the physicality on Cleveland part is missing. And they lost their heart.
You have to adjust. What did Golden State do last year in the finals? They adjusted. And if Tyronn Lue wants to solidify his coaching abilities, he has to adjust. If he don't adjust in game 3, they will be done in game 4.
So with all that being said, what's your prediction?
I got Cleveland in 6.
I also have Cleveland in 6. And moving right along, let's get right into it. The NFL, first and foremost, you know what I'm saying? Before we get to the NFL, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, I'm skipping. Let's get to the Sixers. Number 1 pick. Do we agree that you should draft Brandon Ingram, or are we in disagreement?
We're going to be in disagreement, bro. Because you talking this Brandon Ingram, and I say Ben Simmons. And the reason why I say Ben Simmons is because Ben Simmons, to me, is an all-around player.
Okay.
Before you comment, I don't give a shit what he did in college.
Okay.
That don't prove to me that he's a great player or a bust because the numbers he put up in college, or because he didn't want to play in NITs and all. I don't want to hear that bullshit, because at the end of the day, you draft me to play basketball. You pay me to play basketball. In college, I'm making these college programs rich.
Okay.
So I'm not going, jeopardize my chances of making it to where I belong. I'm already projected as a number 1. Before I even started college, I was projected as an NBA top draft pick.
There's an old saying, a fool may appear to be wise until he speaks. And
well, you must be the fucking fool.
Well, I'm glad you spoke, bro. Because I let you ramble on about the reasons why Ben Simmons should be the #1 pick, and those are the exact same reasons why I say that he has no heart, no passion, and he should not be the #1 pick. First and foremost, I'm gonna get hurt. You can get hurt every day. Your own words on the last time we did a show. Your words. You can get hurt tripping out the fucking door in the morning. I can get hurt picking up my baby. I can get hurt changing shitty diapers.
Guess what?
It doesn't matter.
I can get
hurt.
I can get hurt.
Play ball.
And get paid. I can get hurt and get paid.
Ladies and gentlemen, if the Sixers draft Ben Simmons,
You gonna be a fan.
I'm gonna be a fan.
And you're gonna grab a Ben Simmons jersey. You're gonna grab every hat, every color that the Sixers put out. You're gonna do it all.
I promise you I won't grab a Ben Simmons
You're
jersey.
an avid fan.
I'm an avid fan, but I'm against the move.
You're not.
It's a catastrophic move ready to happen. He does not like playing basketball. What don't you understand? He doesn't have passion.
I disagree.
He don't have a passion for the sport. Oh, he can't shoot.
And that's where you go wrong at. Have you been watching lately? Have you been watching anything that been going on with the projected top draft pick?
What he was on a Dick Vitale show, hit 2 jump shots and they replayed it over and over again?
Listen.
Get the fuck out of here. We don't believe you. You need more people.
Hey, listen, man. I'm gonna tell you like this. Ben Simmons will be in the Sixer uniform come October.
And ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you this. If they don't draft Brandon Ingram, we are in trouble.
Guess what? See, you are contradictory individual.
I'll say this. Ben Simmons has an opportunity to become a good player, a serviceable player in the NBA. When you draft #1, I don't need serviceable. I don't need good. I need great.
You are a contradictive individual. Because you was just on Buddy Hill.
I mean,
you were just loving Buddy Hill for what he was doing in the tournament.
I thought Buddy Hill was a first round pick.
And listen, this is what I'm gonna tell you.
And I would like
guys perform to raise their stock.
Okay.
That don't mean they're gonna be great.
Okay, so tell me this, brother. Tell me this. Let's look at it this way.
I'm listening.
Because we talk like fans. We the fans with perspective. If I'm at my job, right, shitty as it may be, I'm going to perform because it's putting money in my pockets. Or it's potential to put money in my pockets.
Did you not say the key word? We don't even got hit no more.
I'm not slacking off because I'm not slacking off because my teammates.
I don't need to hear no more.
I'm not slacking off because I got a potential opportunity to build.
You said the key word, brother.
I'm going to continue to bust my ass.
Right.
Ben Simmons, but he did not.
You said the key word. You said if I'm at my job, I'm going to perform and bust my ass because I have to put food on the table. So,
but there's a prelim to that.
What is it? Tell me.
But you gotta lead up to that. So if you're
he led himself up to it already. He was already projected as a #1, #2, #3, #4, #5 pick when he stepped on the court.
When you went to carpentry school, bro, did you not potentially look at that as an opportunity to make more money?
Yes, I did.
So you said, fuck it, I'm around a bunch of dweebs, they don't know shit, and I know all this shit, so I'm just breeze through this shit, fuck it, and not learn more shit and put my effort into it to graduate with high honors, to do the best I could, so that I can raise my stock. I didn't do that.
This young man didn't have to raise his stock.
What you mean?
He didn't have to.
What you mean? You always gotta raise your stock every day you live it.
He did.
Your stock must be raised.
Let me ask you this. When LeBron James came into the NBA, he didn't go to college, but he was ranked as the #1 high school athlete in America.
Okay.
Hear me out. He was ranked as the #1 high school athlete in America. He didn't have to prove to Cleveland that he was hear me out, Angry Ted. He didn't have to prove to Cleveland that he was the shit. They already knew he was the shit. And it's the same thing with Ben Simmons. He don't have to prove to nobody that he's a top pick.
And had LeBron James went to college, he would have been exposed. His weaknesses would have been exposed. Unfortunately,
what's his weakness?
What you meant? Back then he couldn't shoot either. His weakness was shooting as well. He was a non-selfish,
but he took the opportunity to get paid.
and went and got paid, and yes, he's gotten better because he had the passion.
What NBA player went to decide old ass Bill
has the
Russell
desire to play basketball? He plays ball for the fame and the money, which is why his camp, and I really believe this, he leaked it out when he smoked his fire. They don't even want to come to play for the Sixers. They want to play in LA where the money is, where the higher endorsement possibilities might be.
So that's what's going on in pro sports, period. These kids are coming in for the money. They're not coming in for the like and the love of the game. When Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, Doc, and all those guys, they played for the love of the sport. They didn't play for the money. And this is what's going on with the pro sports today. These kids are coming in for the love of the money, not the sport.
Can I ask you something about this? So you justifying what he's doing, right? So you say that's right, what he's doing?
No, I'm not saying that's right.
Okay, because I'm ready to hit you with this in closing. I'm ready to hit you with this. If you justifying what he's doing, then can you say then that's the type of guy you want on your team?
I'm not justifying what he's doing. What I'm saying is, in today's sports, athletes, whether they already in pro sports, college, high school, or whatever, these guys are looking for the big payday.
So in closing, bottom line, with the #1 pick, you draft
Ben Simmons.
What are you looking at next year? We're gonna close this thing out with the Sixers real quick.
I'm looking at Ben Simmons getting drafted. I'm looking at him possibly moving Noel. I don't know where.
What's your lineup? Give me your lineup right now. With the moves that you have in mind.
Embiid.
Okay.
Okafor.
Okay.
We trade Noel.
Okay.
We grab. I say grab Derrick Rose and the two guys that they gonna offer to deepen our bench. We'll put Ish on the bench. Let him come off the bench.
Okay. I said the starting 5, but okay.
D Rose will be a starting.
Okay, so the starting point guard is D Rose. Your 2 guard is who?
I'm not sure yet. I know Sarge is in that lineup. Sarge will be small. Sarge
is small forward. Ben Simmons your power forward. You see, you still got Okafor here, right?
Yes.
So he's gonna be on the bench.
No.
How you gonna do this?
You just confused me there.
No, I didn't confuse you. I just gave you facts, bro.
Yeah, you just confused me.
I just gave you facts. To get to this thing, to get it over with, my lineup is simply this: Joel Embiid, Okafor at the 4. At the 3, you got Brandon Ingram. At the 2,
disagree.
At the 3, you got Brandon Ingram. At the point guard, you got George Teague when you trade Noel.
Who your shooter?
And my shooting guard is, I signed him off the free agent wire because we got connection to him, Jerry Coangelo, DeMar DeRozan, who he drafted.
You believe we gonna trade for DeRozan? I mean,
there's no trade. He's an unrestricted free agent.
We gonna sign DeRozan?
Why wouldn't we? We got the money to do it. Toronto's in a heap of trouble. They got to sign Lowry.
Now
they got to sign
I agree with that. So the only thing I don't agree with is Brandon Ingram. It's the only thing I don't agree with.
We're gonna agree.
Because you forget Sarge coming over, so Sarge will be what top? He'll be 6 man off the bench, or who would be your 6 man off the bench?
Sarge is coming off the bench
at 6, 7, or 8
as the 6th man.
So who's your 7th man?
7th man, Robert Covington.
How deep you going to your rotation?
I'm going 10 deep.
You believe we got another 5 on the bench?
I'm going 10 deep. Yes, sir.
Who our backup point guard?
Your backup point guard standing right now? After George Teague will be Ish Smith.
Okay. So you had Teague.
Your backup 2 guard will be as it looks right now.
You have Teague at the point.
Yes.
Starter.
Yes.
That's not bad.
And your backup 2 guard will be Nick Stauskas as it looks right now.
That's excellent. Now let me ask you this, Mr. Angry Ted.
Come on, bring it in.
You said your point guard would be Teague. Is Teague coming for the money? Because you just said earlier that nobody wants to come here and play because of what's going on.
Okay.
So you give Teague a slew of money, him and DeRozan. Now, what happens if they don't perform to their abilities because they got that payday?
Here's the kicker. DeRozan is going to perform because he's on a 1-year deal, a 1-year tryout. We don't have to sign him to a contract.
But knowing Philadelphia, they're going to lock him.
There's no reason to lock him up. You play. You got to play.
So what's wrong with trading Noel and getting a proven point guard, even though he's injury prone? He played 60 games, which means he lost, which means he didn't play 22 games out of 82.
Okay, well, let me tell you like this.
And he's a scorer.
Let me tell you like,
and he still poses a threat.
You watch New Jack City. Let me tell you like this. It's simple mathematics, brother. The difference between giving Derrick Rose a 3-year contract.
We're going to give him a 1 year. He's a 1 year deal.
He's coming over with the 3-year contract.
No, he's not. He only on a 1 year deal. That's the reason why you trade for him. Because he's a tryout.
He's going to want to be paid.
We're not.
He leaves Chicago. Derrick Rose is one other injury away from retirement, bro.
All right, man. With that being said, man, you wasting time on the Sixers. Man, I'm done talking. We're going to go right into this baseball thing.
Let's do it.
Now,
let's go right into it.
With the Phillies, and what I was saying was they only going to win 30 games. Well, they at 28 now, so I go back on my word.
And once again, this is the same man who sat here and told me that the Phillies were going to be relevant. They're going to stink.
What I would say is,
what I told you was,
it's time for a change.
Okay, let me hear a change.
We need to let the young guys play.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, and right now with the Phillies, and that's one of my angles.
You got motherfuckers throwing bottles at Ryan Howard, dog. Like, come on,
man. The Philadelphia fan base is taking a hit this year.
Because we hurting, man.
No, I can't blame it on her, dog. First of all, they disrespected the boy-ass sniper, dog. You want to throw some fucking bracelets, hard-ass bracelets on the ice. I hated the Caps like anybody else, but damn, I didn't want to fuck them up. Like literally, like throw bricks and shit like that on the ice on them. Like, that's an embarrassment. Then you got another idiot. Like, that's not what the Philadelphia fan base is about.
That's not what Philly about.
Philadelphia fan base is about passion. You know what I mean? Your team's yelling and screaming as loud as you can, getting on these athletes when they stink, and cheering them when they do well. You know what I mean? But it ain't we ain't attacking nobody and nothing like that. You know what I mean? Not no real fans. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't that serious. Like, we got lives outside this shit. You know what I mean? You know, as much as we're passionate sports fans right here, like, well, I can't say that because I did think about attacking the athlete one time when I lost some fucking money.
Well, I thought about attacking the athlete when those that know and angry tag in the touch for this. When Mitch the wild thing wait.
Oh yeah.
Let Joe Carter smack a bomb and put us out of our misery. That hurt. That was a hurtful feeling right there.
That was the worst night of my life. I watched him hit the home run and then my aunt smacked the shit out of me for no reason. So I lost both times that night.
But I mean, with that being said, what do you do with Ryan Howard? I mean, do you allow him to teach, or you just give him his walking papers and something to get on out of it?
I really think that the big fella deserves better. I really do, man. Part of the 2008 run with that team, won a championship, was an MVP here, had some big key hits. You know what I mean? I know it's what have you done for me lately, but you know what? A guy like that deserves to go out on his own accord. You know what I mean? Let him transition out. They let Tommy do it. They let him, and then see this.
But the only reason why they let Tommy do it because they was paying him all that fucking money.
But he
didn't deserve it.
But I gotta say this, and see, this is what fucks me up about our fan base. And they're out there. There's still some idiots out there, some racist bastards who know who they are. You know what I'm saying? And they still out there. That it doesn't matter whether they're in Phillies pinstripes or Eagles pinstripes or Flyers. Eagles green or Flyers orange and black or Sixers red, white, and blue. You know what I mean? The fact that they're black, you know, they get criticized extra harder.
I agree.
You know what I mean? They get on extra harder, and that's where that bottle incident leads me to. You know what I'm saying? I've been down that stadium where I've had arguments with people last year, literally, about Chase Utley and Ryan Howard. They're saying both of them guys should be on their way out. They're both old, but Chase Utley getting the hero's send-off, and he's the greatest thing. And don't get me wrong, my man Chase is my man, but he gets the hero send-off. But yeah, still Ryan Howard, everybody want to kick him in the ass and boot him out. Boot him out the stadium. You know what I mean? They tried to do it with J-Ro, but J-Ro was too suave and had that mouth on him, was going to let you know how he felt, which Philadelphia likes that. This is what athletes always get twisted. You cannot be soft and play here. You got to be able to fight back.
Skin got to be tough.
You got to be thick skin and fight back. Think about it. Exactly. Think about it. Charles Barkley was an athlete and has done a lot of things. But you know what?
To an extent.
No, he wasn't. He kept it real. Because if I'm on the street and I don't need no goddamn bodyguard, I'm a basketball player. My position and job is to play basketball. So what, my salary? It's motherfuckers making hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars not playing basketball. So I should be able to walk the street. And if you want to, as a fan, come up to me and disrespect me, I'm going to beat your ass.
Yeah, you're going to get what's coming.
I'm going to beat your ass. And I'm going to hire a high, and I remember you said this, I'm going to hire a high-priced lawyer, and I'm going to beat the case.
I agree.
So you as a fan, if you're approaching an athlete,
know your rules, stay in your lane.
Approach an athlete with respect, the same respect that you want as a man or a woman, the same respect they want. And if they're an asshole, then fuck them. They deserve to be criticized. But more 9 times out of 10, it's your approach on people.
My thing is this. As a professional athlete, there's rules and regulations to how you carry yourself on and off the court, the field, the ice, the diamond, or whatever sport you play. I also believe that, you know, these guys, young especially, you know, they come into the league or with this attitude, I'm unstoppable, I'm making millions of dollars, fuck you. And that's the attitude that these fans take. And when they supporting, buying the tickets, watching them on and supporting these guys, and then you look at them or see them in the street and just want to, you know, talk, or hey, what's going on, sign an autograph, they look at you like you don't belong. I think that's dead wrong. You got the person that I like to go out and say is Brian Dawkins, for instance. You can see Brian Dawkins anywhere. I've seen him years ago at King of Pressure Mall with his wife. And he stopped, take pictures, shake hands, and you know your limit. All right, I'm with my wife, so as a fan, you should know your limits. He's out with his family, you spoke, he took a picture, let him go about his business. Period. We're not gonna sit there and talk about Sunday, what the fuck y'all gonna do Sunday and all that. I don't know. You at the end of the day, you're a human being. Now, if I caught you at a sporting event, and we gonna bust it up. Then we gonna bust it up. But if you out here writing your kids and I just happen to see you, prime example, be dark and keep it moving. Prime example, a couple years ago, I'm gonna go about 5 some odd years ago, me and my homies, we took a trip to Dallas. And we played Dallas on the Monday night, I believe. Boy, Greg Ellis. The year Greg Ellis. The year Deshaun Jackson did the double at the goal line. And we out and about, and Michael Irvin does his talk show at the Wing House in Dallas. And you know, me as an Eagle fan, I'm down there with another Eagle fan and mostly Dallas fans. A couple of my homies are Dallas fans. Get to the goddamn point. And the point I'm making is, I was around Leon Lett, Nate Newland, Michael Irvin, Greg Ellis, all these guys, and they interacting because it's fun. Right, exactly. I talk my shit, they talk their shit. At the end of the day, we enjoyed each other. Exactly. Then the day of the game, I see Greg Ellis pull up in his Rolls Royce, and I got my Eagle shit on, and he says, move to the side. Tell my homie, move to the side. He looked me dead in my face and said, we gonna bust your ass. And I said, break it. And that's just how you see, when you can have that type of fun. I love it. Then you will respect those guys that work hard to get to that battles on the court. I can't respect that. I respect what Ryan Artest did. You want to interact with me like that, I'm gonna show you something. Exactly. And he beat boy ass, and then the whole team commenced to beating motherfuckers' ass. And the NBA should not have suspended him or did anything. They should have told that fan, I don't give a fuck what you do. We got tape. You threw something on the court, so you got your ass. Now on the court, he threw something in this man. Exactly. So you got your ass whipped, and that's the bottom line. Oh. But back to Ryan Howard, we got to kind of got off topic. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let the big fella man go out on his own terms, and you know. And really, to be honest with you, Tommy Johnson is a good player, but I mean, he's not the answer at first base. At least he's not. He hasn't solidified the position. You just gotta gradually let the guy go, man. Like let him help these young guys build confidence, and then send him off, you know, the right way. I know deep down inside he want to call Jimmy and Chase and tell them, I'm mad at you motherfuckers for leaving me by myself with this shit. With that being said, man, we're going to go on to the next topic. You know, the NFL football, baby, the birds. Fletcher Cox comes to camp for all you haters out there, for all you idiots that don't understand the business. Why would the man lose $70,000? He's in the business of making money, not losing money. Why would I not show up for a volunteer camp where I'm not going to really participate? Listen, man, listen. I'm going to tell you like this. As an athlete, knowing your worth, you ain't got to do nothing, but, you know, it's mandatory now. I'm not going to cut my nose off to spite my face and say, fuck them, I'm not showing up. I'm trying to get a contract.
Exactly. That's not the way you do business. And I like the fact that he did not feed into the media this bullshit. And I got something to say to y'all fans.
That's we're gonna talk about that later on in the show.
Like, you got to ask the real questions. Like, that's why these athletes don't want to talk to you motherfuckers, because y'all don't ask questions that make sense. Or you try to drum up bullshit, and he stopped you right at the pass when he put a statement out, basically saying, I'm not talking about my contract, that's what my agent,
myself, and the organization.
And keep it between an organization. You get business done better that way. For everybody's underneath the table knowing what they need to do,
I tell you this, though, Avery Ted, you know, with the Birds, people looking at us like we on a rebuilding skid, like we ain't shit. I'm gonna go a step further and say this: we always had talent. That wasn't the issue.
They had an article.
It was the system to fit our talent.
They had an article that said they didn't fit best talent. But see, with that being said, I'm gonna lead you right into it. Talent or no talent, we still have a problem at the quarterback position, because
it's not a problem until it's not a problem until we see what's going to be displayed. Now we've moved up 13, 14 spots to draft Carson Wentz, not to sit on the bench. They don't want to let the cat out the bag early, you know. And I kind of like what Dougie P doing. You know, he's giving the media tidbits of what y'all want to know. I'm not going to give you everything. All y'all know is that I got 3 quarterbacks in camp right now. All y'all know is that I said, yeah, it goes Bradford, Daniels, Wentz. I said that. But what my offensive coordinators is telling y'all, it's something different. Because he's a quarterback too, Frank Wright. So he knows what he's talking about. He's with those guys watching how the progressions are. He also said that Carson Wentz is a smart football player.
I agree. And I look at it like I said, I look at it like this.
Oh, he went to North Dakota State, so he's not
school.
Man, that shit don't mean
Ben
nothing.
Roethlisberger played in Miami, Ohio. There's countless amount of schools that guys, small schools. Tony Romo, who's a good quarterback, even though he's a Cowboy. You know what I'm saying? There's Steve McNair, God bless him, the great Steve McNair, come from Alcorn State. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it can be done. You know what I'm saying? You just got to give, like you said, you got to give guys opportunity.
Flacco
right down the road. You know what I'm saying? So it can be done. It's just all about what's around you and what schemes fit you. But with that being said, let's go right into it, man. As you look at it right now, what is your prediction for the Eagles defense? What ranking do you think they'll have?
Overall,
bro.
I'm gonna say third National Football League.
Third rank. And who you think is our top?
The standout?
Who you think our standout is?
You might look at me and be like, damn, wow. I think that Vinny Curry is gonna be a monster. I got him getting at least 15 sacks this year.
And that's a high number again. I like Vinny Curry. He got good burst off the ball. You can see you saw that from day one when he first got here. They had him playing tackle sometimes, and he would beat the inside guard every time. Every time the ball snapped, he was in there getting pressure.
And now running a 4-3 defense, it fits. It fits because now you got Fletch. All he got to do is he playing the gap. You can't double team Fletch.
I see this defense, and honestly speaking, I see him within the top 5. So honestly, I'd say they rank 5th overall in the league in category.
4 or 5.
Because at the end of the day, I like the Eagles secondary more than
I was going to ask you that. What's your starters coming into week 1?
Defensive starters?
Defensive starters.
Defensive starters on one end, I'm starting.
Start with your line.
With my front 4, I got Vinny Curry, I got Benny Logan and D tackle. I got Fletcher Cox at the other D tackle. And on the side of him, I got Connor Barrow.
That's a good front 4.
My linebackers are Nigel Bradham at the strong side. At the middle, you got my man, the rookie last year, Jordan Hicks. You got, and then on the weak side, you got Michael Kendricks.
Which is gonna have a good year this
year. My corners are Eric Rowe and Leotis McKelvin. My safeties are Rodney McLeod and Malcolm Jenkins.
Now,
why not, dog? You guarantee right now that lineup right there. You guarantee top 5 defense.
All right, now let me ask you this.
Are your backups?
Let me ask you this. So you got Nolan Carroll, you know, as the number 1 corner in the slot.
I got him. I mean, I got him
certain packages you got.
Certain packages he might come out in, but I got him special teams and coming in on sub packages. But my third cornerback on that squad for when teams go 3 wides, I got Jacory Shepherd, bro. Yeah. I like ball from Florida.
I mean, he's gonna get his opportunity. He's gonna definitely get his opportunity.
Got the speed, he got the press, he can press. You know what I'm saying? He got the speed to hang with those guys inside, though. I like Jacory Shepherd.
So, I'm gonna tell you something like this. Who's your sleeper on offense that you feel is due and is gonna have a breakout year?
And I'm telling you right now, I've been saying it for years, and it's finally gotta happen. Zach Ertz. I look at Zach Ertz as a monster this year. And that's for all you fantasy buffs out there. Holla at him. You better get him before I do, because I'm going to win.
My sleeper on offense, with switching to a more traditional style offense with a fullback, I'm going to go with Ryan Matthews, man. I mean, he's strong. He got the speed. And he definitely got the power to move the powers, man. I mean, he been injury prone in his career, but he also been doing a lot. Like you over in San Diego without a line.
And that's what I'm saying.
So you're going to take a beating.
Every time.
I think we upgraded real good at the offensive line with the Eagles.
I agree.
So, I mean, I got him. Like you said, fantasy owners, beware, man. You got to take heed to this stuff that we putting out there.
Well, there was Brandon Boykin got cut from the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Hey,
but
Carnell Lake just put something out there on him, man.
Yeah, they diagnosed him with a torn he had some
type of
defective hip disease.
Yeah, like one side of his leg is longer than the other. I mean, you got to credit the Eagles for holding on to him that long, knowing his situation.
Exactly. Now, but people didn't know that. They criticized the Eagles for cutting him when they did, and not even knowing that this guy was possibly disabled on the motherfucking field.
Right. Well, God bless you. Hope everything worked out for you, man. Because you definitely lasted a lot longer than the guys.
And made some plays here. Don't forget that.
The interception.
But with that being said, let's move right on to boxing. As you know, it's been in the papers. There's been talks. Floyd Mayweather possibly coming out of retirement. And now hold your horses, ladies and gentlemen. Get this. It's not going to be Pacquiao. No Danny Yard.
Oh, it's going to be none other than
Conor. Let me do it in my UFC voice. Hold on. Conor McGregor.
A fucking witch. Now, who in their right mind going to pay for that? I know I ain't.
Not me either.
I don't give a damn if people want to see him. What you say? What you saying?
People will pay to see people get fucked up. It's the bottom line. And
not me.
UFC fighter transitioning into it's almost like Hulk Hogan going against Rock.
Yeah.
All over again. But this time we got Conor McGregor stepping inside the ring with a crafty veteran and a super champion like a Floyd Mayweather in his craft. Now, if it was a UFC fight, he'll beat the shit out of Floyd.
I doubt that. Because you know why? If it was a UFC fight, Floyd's hands are still fast.
Okay. And
you ain't got gloves on.
Okay.
So you take one across the chin, you going down.
All right, and that makes sense to me. But what if he don't go down?
You got listen. You fail to realize, man.
No.
Aggressive fighters.
Okay.
Aggressive
you
fighters.
You know that UFC allows motherfuckers to elbow.
They can kick. They can elbow.
Grab you by your head.
We know this.
Pull you to the punch.
But when you standing toe to toe with somebody,
you're not going toe to toe with Floyd Mayweather. You're not.
So what, you gonna stand there and bounce around till you fall?
No, he's gonna try to grab him and grapple him.
And catch everything coming to him.
All right, but you gonna miss one of those.
Floyd don't miss.
All right, okay. When he go he gotta take a pause. His ass gotta breathe. And when he catches him, he's gonna strangle him.
He don't miss off.
All right, bro. But I hear you.
I'm gonna tell you
in the boxing ring, Conor McGregor's gonna get them. He's gonna get them paws put on him all day long.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
But in the UFC ring, it's crazy. It's ridiculous.
I'm not
going to show you the competition is not.
I'm not going to spend too much time on this bullshit because I'm not feeling it. I'm not going to allow my viewers and listeners to hear this bullshit. You know, we not doing it.
I know.
And one thing for sure, two for certain, get a legit fighter in front of you, and then we can talk. But as of now, Floyd, go ahead and make your money because I ain't mad at you.
I feel you, bro, 100%. But with that being said, you got the kid Triple G. What's up with him? Now, after seeing what the destruction that my man Redhead, I call him, the red
Oh, Canelo Alvarez.
sounds just like the motherfucker. Michael Buffer.
You listen, man. Saul hit hard too, man. You know what I mean? Canelo hit hard too.
But
So I mean, I don't give a damn about what Triple G you saying he hit hard in both hands. You gotta look at the line of fighters he's been fighting.
I don't want to hear about no
Triple G ain't fighting.
Knock the fuck out whoever they put in front of him.
And so
it don't matter. If it was a tall, if it was short, he was the can man in the words of Adrian Boner. Everybody that got in front of him can and did get their ass whooped.
I understand that, but you gotta think about the level of fighters he's fought to up until now. Canelo fought top tier fighters, bro,
and lost.
He only lost one fight, and that was to Floyd,
who ran, or basically not even ran, who boxed him. Ladies and gentlemen, he boxed him, which is what you do to a fighter like Canelo.
But Triple G don't box; he's a brawler.
And that's right into his hands, because Canelo likes to fight Mexican rules.
Right.
When you fight Mexican rules, you go in there and swing for the fences.
I'm gonna look at the camera and say this. Please,
you swing and hope you don't get caught. Canelo, Triple G, I got Triple G whooping his ass.
I'm gonna look in the camera and say this, man.
Bottom line.
Boxing world, please make this happen. Please.
Well, like I said, if it does happen, I got Triple G winning with no problems. With no problems by knockout, bruh. I think he walked right through Canelo Alvarez. For one, Triple G hitting too hard in both hands, bruh.
This boy's losing his
Both
fucking
hands.
mind, man. He's losing
Triple
his
G is hitting hard in both hands,
He's losing his
bruh.
mind,
Okay.
man.
Right.
With that being said, man, we're gonna close the show.
I figured tell you.
We're gonna close the show after we go into this moment.
No, we gonna do this motherfucking
We're gonna close the show after going into this moment called the A&A moment, which is the angry and aggressive moment. I'm your host, Aggressive O.
I'm Angry Tad. What's up?
Word.